Welcome to Embrace Yourself. It's Kim, and today I'd like to demonstrate how to do a proper modified push-up. I see so many people, especially women in the gym, that use the modified push-up, and yet our form is not 100%, and it's so critical to have the proper form. So let's get started. Now, a modified push-up is basically one where we go onto our thighs to actually perform the exercise. So what I don't want to see is someone on their knees and their shins trying to do a push-up, because we're meant to be tilted slightly forward. Now, something really important about a push-up is that it's meant to be a big core exercise. Yes, we get our pecs, absolutely, but it's a lot about scapular, that shoulder blade retraction, and then a huge amount of core work. If I don't do that correctly and I round through my shoulders, it's my anterior delts and shoulders that are trying to lift my body weight, which is what makes it so difficult to do a correct full body push-up. What we're going to do is take our hands and place them directly underneath the shoulders. Now, I want to roll forward onto my thighs. So I'm not back on the knees, I'm slightly rounded forward. Then I want to practice, and we'll do 2 different repetitions, or 2 different variations, that is. What I want to do first is start with my elbows in, and I like to make sure my knees aren't locked out. Then I pretend to visualize a belt, a sling, that's suspending me from the ceiling. And by doing that, it helps me think about bringing my energy up versus allowing my energy to sink into the mat. So I shift and I draw the abs in. I want to keep my chin tight, slightly tucked, and I really want to focus on lowering my body slowly to the ground, keeping my head and neck in line with the movement. Now, the reason this is so important, I often see people that want to dip and let their neck go. Well, that's just taking all the strain of gravity and it's pushing it down on the cervical spine. That's not a good thing for our neck. So that's where I like to pretend that I've got someone's hand and forearm behind me, and I'm tucking that chin and just pushing my head into their hands while I engage that core, and I slowly lower my body down to the mat, keeping that head in line, and then slowly lift back up. Now, as I'm lowering, I'm thinking about wrapping my shoulder blades together, and then I slowly, as I exhale, I'm lifting from that belly. So this is a great body exercise. I'm getting core work, I'm getting upper body work, I have to focus on my breath, and I'm using my back. Now, you have 2 options in the push-up. Well, actually, you have so many, but let's focus on 2 today. We have the variation where we keep the elbows in tight to the body. So if I'm doing that, I've got my thighs pressed back, so I'm on the thighs. I've got my hands underneath my shoulders and my elbows are tucked in. I'm engaging the core and pushing my head back, and I just slowly lower down, and you'll see my elbows stay in close to the body, and then I exhale, and I'm pushing up, lifting from my core. So that's one variation with the elbows tucked in, and that's a tricep push-up. I often see people that want to do a little bit wider push-up, where they want to do more chest, so their arms are going to be wider, and again, I'm still rounded forward on those thighs. I draw the abs in, and I just come out, and you'll see my elbows go with my arms out to the side. I draw the abs and come in. So from a side angle pose, I'd have my arms slightly wider, and I'm going to get more chest and shoulder work when I do this variation, because I'm wrapping those shoulder blades behind me, even though I'm still lifting and pulling from that core, and I'm really focused on engaging the back. So these are the 2 options that you have right now for a modified push-up. And again, there are so many variations, but this is a great exercise to try. What you want to do if you're just starting out, make sure you have a friend or a partner that's checking your form. Because again, if we go into the neck or we sag into the low back, that is just a recipe for disaster, because it means other muscles are kicking in, or maybe no muscle is kicking in, and then we're going to disturb certain joints in the body that would not feel good being harmed. All right, so that's your home fun for today. I can't wait for you to try it. Be sure to click subscribe on the YouTube channel. Make sure to ding the bell so you're notified of upcoming videos, and I'll see you tomorrow.